Hello, hello. Welcome to the Raceblok Show. Today we got a bunch of things to talk about. The first, we'll talk about like what I've been up to, pretty exciting stuff. The second, we'll have a bunch of new things and the segments that we'll be going over. Super excited to show you this podcast studio thing I've created using AI. And so, as I'm building an audience, this will help me kind of get things going. It's a little AI kind of running producer that will kind of give me some questions, some insights, things of that nature, some commentary, and kind of go through that. But the first thing to talk about is what I've been up to. So last week I did my first 100-mile week, which was pretty awesome. I My strategy was to just get it done. So nothing crazy. I even did like very basic elevation. So I just did like in my neighborhood, I just did like laps around. So it was super, I wouldn't call it boring, but it was just, the same kind of roads, things of that nature. But my focus was really, I got to get it done, and this will allow me to do so. So yeah, I would start off. My initial goal was to do 15 miles a day. And so I was like, okay, I can do 10 in the morning, like early morning, 5, in the evening or something like that. And so the first day I was at 10, and I was like, I think I could do a little bit more. Let me kind of bank some miles here, which is funny because that's a strategy that, from a marathon racing perspective, like banking time, I try not to do that. Well, I think I do that, but not intentionally. But in any case, I was like, okay, I could get some more miles in. So let me just do, 2 more miles, 3 more miles, and then we'll see how it goes. I got to 11. Like, I could do another one. I got to 12. Okay, I get another one. So I ended up, I think, doing 14 miles that day, which was pretty cool. And I'm sorry, 14 miles in the morning. Then in the evening, I went out and I did 5 miles, maybe six. I think it was five. So I got to about 19. So I banked, 4 miles that day for the week, I should say. And so the next day, same thing. I was like, okay, I'm going to go out, do 10, and then do a double. I was like, you know what? I'm already out here. Might as well get it going. I love doubles, but there's something about doing a double where I got come home after a run, then shower, get ready, do for my day, and then mentally I'm thinking about, okay, I gotta do another run. I gotta lace up my shoes again, things of that nature, and then take another shower. So I was like, okay, let me just kind of get it done. So I did that on day number 2, and that trend kind of continued till the rest of the week. I think I averaged about 14, 15 the rest of the week till about Saturday. Saturday I took it easy. I think I did about a 5 mile run. And also Friday, actually, I did do a double. So I did like 3 or 4 miles on Friday. And my goal was like, okay, get to Sunday and I don't have to do too many miles. Like I'm done. Like I'm just like, 10 miles or something. And I think I got to I needed 12 miles on Sunday. And I was able to do 12. And it felt good. I think what helped me, so previously my highest mileage was, I think 80, like 80, 82 miles or something of the nature. And so I think what helped me get to 100, because if you do the calculation, do 10% or something of your max, what would that give me? That would give me like, under 90. But what helped me was find a route that was really straightforward. It's not high elevation. I mean, I had some hills here and there, but nothing crazy. And I think that helped my legs. And now I was able to accomplish my goal, right? So there's another route which I usually do for long runs, or I try to do sometimes, but it's like down the first way and then up on the back, and that just destroys my legs. So for this goal, just get it done. That was my goal. So yeah, got the 100-mile week done. This week has been pretty light. I think I'm at, I don't know, like 20 miles or something. I'll probably end up doing a run later today, but I am thinking about doing a pretty decent long run on Sunday. It's Memorial Day weekend here in the States, and so 3-day weekend. So on Sunday or even Monday, I may try to do possibly a marathon distance. Would love to actually hit the 30 mile, 31 mile, like get a 50K in, but we'll see how that goes. Outside of that, I think everything's been pretty straightforward. I got the Raceblok site up. I created my first blog article talking about Salway and his 2 hour or sub 2 hour marathon, and also Kajalcha. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Kajalcha, and his sub 2 hour, and then their strategies going forward, where Salway is going to go to Berlin, Kajalcha is going to go to Valencia, and those will be pretty cool, fun races. They're not competing against each other directly, but indirectly they are. So Kajalcha will know what Salway has done and then take it from there. So it should be a pretty fun fall. And then we can also assume it's only going to be them two in the mix. So we never know. There may be somebody out there. Now that the sub 2 hour is done, people may be, think it's a very realistic chance for them too. And so we'll see how it goes. I'm also getting into the Diamond League. I'm not the biggest track person. I do know track and things that happen, but it's definitely not something that I've paid 100% focus to. So getting into the Diamond League now, and I want to get more into track events. So that's going to be really exciting. And then my kids are getting into soccer, so I've been just out in the field and kicking the ball with them. I played basketball growing up, and so I don't know much about soccer, but it's a really exciting sport. It's funny because World Cup's happening in North America next month in June. Not the last World Cup. The World Cup before that was my foray into soccer or football, and it was pretty exciting. So I'm excited to now share that with my kids and my family and see how that goes. And yeah, it'll be pretty exciting. So yeah, that's kind of been what's been up. I'm on vacation, going to Italy in a couple of weeks. So my running is going to be pretty limited. I really want to focus on vacation time, but I may lace up my shoes and see what's happening out there in the cities and kind of running around and just kind of time block it to about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Maybe get some little couple speed sessions here and there. I've been focusing on mileage, obviously with the 100 miler, and I'm going to focus on mileage when I get back. My next marathon officially on the calendar is CIM in December, and I don't think I'm going to do like a tune-up marathon. I have a half marathon in November, a local one, and so that'll be kind of my tune-up race, and my focus will be just high mileage, get that base going. I'm going to use, I haven't selected my AI coach for the Raceblok app yet. So I'm going to see which of the coaches I want to select, and yeah, and start my training when I get back. It'll give me like plenty of time. I think it's like, 5 months or something before CIM. So should be a pretty long training block. All right. So outside of that, I'm just kind of, I want to go through this running producer. It's a new segment called the Producer's Tangent. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to open up this AI producer studio that I created, and it's going to generate questions and things of that nature. So it's not something like I programmed. This is all AI. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to share my screen here. And this is going to be exciting because I just finished the build of it yesterday. So there may be some bugs here and there, but yeah, let's see how it goes. So I'm gonna go switch over to the Raceblok podcast studio or console. I haven't come up with a cool name just yet. And so let's see what it's gonna give me when it comes to like upcoming marathons. And let's see hopefully some interesting questions that it's gonna give me. So it's generating right now. Oh, there he goes. Let's see what Julian has asked me. So you've got a runner targeting a sub 3 hour marathon in Berlin, but obsessing over early congestion, and I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation here. Tiergarten's infamous GPS dead zone between kilometers 6 and 8. Oh, it's giving me in kilometers, not miles. I like that. Do they surge to clear the pack and risk blowing through the lactate threshold early, or stay boxed in, running blind on perceived effort while preserving fuel for the negative split gamble? Break this gridlock with precision pacing advice. All right, so I've never raced Berlin, but I know a little bit about the course. It is, what I hear, is flattish. And they're asking me, or Julian is asking me, between 6 and 8, do they surge to clear the pack? So this is a struggle I have. I have never negative split a marathon. And I don't know the numbers here, but I'm pretty sure most folks don't negative split a marathon for a variety of reasons. I feel like you have to go really conservatively in the first half to be in a position to negative split a marathon, right? Just naturally, 26 miles, like you're gonna slow down a little bit. You would think, at least us mere mortals. And so, that's a struggle. I've always wanted a negative split, and hopefully one day I can. But I would definitely attempt to conserve energy. I wouldn't, between 6 kilometers and 8, what is that? Like 3.5 miles into the marathon. Like you want to just be chilling. You don't want to be going crazy. I don't want to risk blowing up the lactate threshold that early. So yeah, I would, no ego. If they want to pass. I'm gonna stay, do my race, and then what the best feeling is to be able to pass folks at the end of a race, right? So maybe all the folks that did go fast in the beginning, you're catching up with them in the end. So that's my advice. Let's see what else they have here for our upcoming marathon. All right, let's see. All right. So Julian is asking, forecast models show a 70% chance of steady rain on race day, turning Osaka's technical asphalt into a traction minefield. Ugh. Your choice? Stick with your well-worn carbon-plated racers, optimized for dry energy return, or pivot to a rain-specific outsole with less mechanical pop but superior wet grip. Oof. Add to that the tight early miles through Nako-Nashima's urban corridors. How do you coach a runner to balance traction security with performance risk under those volatile conditions? Ooh, Julia, that's a good one. Let's see, what would I do in that situation? 70% chance of rain, so it's not 100%. So there's, maybe it's not gonna be that bad. I would wear my carbon plated shoes on race day. I don't think I would, unless I'm just running it for fun. If it's an actual a race, a goal race, then I would. I'm wearing carbons and hope for the best and just try to find the places. I mean, it's asphalt, so it should have some grip. I know there are certain sections that may not have it, but yeah, I'm wearing carbons. All right, let's see what else. Let's see, they have. Let's see what else we could try. Let's try nutrition. That'd be kind of fun. Let's try that. All right, let's see what. Oh, Sienna is giving me a question here. At kilometer 34, your fueling plan hits a wall. You've been targeting 100 grams of carbs per hour with a Morton 320 mix in gels, but sudden upper GI distress suggests your, what is it, SGLT1 transporters are maxed out. Sienna, I have no idea what that is. With residual fuel pooling in the gut, do you pull back to water only for the final stretch or push through with one last gel? Well, it depends. Am I close to my goal time? So if it's like a PR and I'm close, I'm gonna risk it, right? I'm taking that gel. I'm not doing water, and I'm hoping for the best. Again, just like about the previous question, when it comes to carbons, if it's a PR, and in this specific scenario, like if I'm really close to getting my goal time, I'm going for it. I'm taking the gel and I'm going for it. All right, let's see what else they got going on here. Let's see. Um, some of these topics or these categories I haven't fully tested, but let's see. Let's say race strategy. Let's try that. All right, thinking of a question here. All right, for a sub from Julian, for a sub 315 goal in Berlin, your baseline pace is 7:26 per mile. Do you bank 10 seconds per mile early, knowing you'll risk fading hard in the final 10K, or do you run the opening half at 7:36, conserving glycogen? For Berlin, I don't know if I'll necessarily bank 10 seconds. I think, 5 to 10 seconds, I may go have a little speed in it. Now, if I have practiced that, if I have not gone 7:16 at all in any of my marathon workouts before the race, I'm not doing it. But if I know mentally I've done it, I could do it again. It's probably not the best decision, but I'm feeling good. 5 to 10 seconds, yeah, I'll go for it. Again, I've never negative split a race, so it probably won't help in the negative splits perspective, but yeah, why not? Go for it. All right, I think that's good for the questions. Actually, I'm curious. Let me try one more. Let me do shoes. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna do a shoes one real quick. All right, you're staring down the Chicago Marathon with a choice. And this is from Julian. 150-mile veteran pair of Light Strike Pro 2s showing visible creasing and 20% reduced rebound compliance, or a factory fresh pair with untested fit. The durometer data suggests the worn pair may compromise energy return past mile 22, but breaking the new pair risks blistering and stride. I'd probably, if I already have a new pair of shoes, yeah, I'll probably put the new pair. If it's the same exact shoe that I've, worn in training, things of that nature, yeah, I'd probably just use it the day before the race on a shakeout, wear it in a little bit. But yeah, if I have a brand new pair, no, I'm wearing a brand new pair. That's an easy question. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. So there's another thing I want to go through with y'all. Actually, kind of a segment, I guess. Actually, it is a segment. It's called "Would I Wear This?" And it is a segment about things that are currently, some new stuff. It could be shoes. It could be, race gear. It could be like stuff you just wear on an easy run. It could be anything that I would wear. And so I've been following this event that Satisfy put out with Adidas. Um, and Adidas, not Adidas, Adidas, and it was in Arizona, I believe. And so they did a collab, and it seemed pretty interesting. It was kind of like a punk rock in the desert event type of thing. I I did not get invited, so I have no idea firsthand how it went, but just based on stuff that I've seen online, seemed interesting. And so they came up with a collab on on a shoe, the shoe being the Pro 4. And so Satisfy and Adidas Pro 4 shoe, and I saw pictures online. I'm a big fan of the Pro 4. I had my PR before CAM this past December was in Surf City. I think it was like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, and a year ago it was a Pro 4. And I wore the Pro 4s, and fantastic shoe. I love that shoe. I use it for my training. You know, when I'm trying to do like very speedy efforts, it's light. It just feels nice on my foot or my feet. I have worn the Alpha Flies 3, and I think I'm not gonna wear those anymore. I've worn enough of the Alpha Flies. I think I wore them for like 3 marathons in a row, and I'm kind of on to the next. But yeah, if you compare the two, I love the Pro 4s much more than the Alpha Flies. It just, the Alpha Flies, I don't know, it just feels like it's great for the marathon distance. The Pro 4 is great for the marathon distance, but I feel my legs just get a little more beat up the next day. And it could just be my form. I've been really focusing on form the last, I don't know, 6 months. So I would be curious to try those for a marathon. So the answer is yes, I would definitely wear those. And I would actually love to, the more I think about it, I would love to get back into the Pro 4s again. I don't know when the Pro 5s are coming. Obviously, the Evos, you know, what Saway wore and Kajalcha wore for the London Marathon. I mean, those are like, what, $500? Even if they were available to purchase, I'm not spending $500 on a pair of shoes. There's no way I'm going to do that. So unless obviously Adidas, you give it to me, then I may wear it. But in any case, so I'm not gonna get the Evos. The Pro 4s are fantastic. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Pro 5s are coming out at some point, and it'll be interesting to check that out. All right, so let's see what's going on next. There is a segment I want to go with you guys and talk about. I haven't come up with a name of the segment yet, but essentially it's a segment where we analyze uh, a runner's Strava. Uh, the good, we want to focus on good on this show, so it's really kind of highlighting the good stuff. I'm not a fan of highlighting negatively, you know, like negative stuff. Obviously, I want to be fair and kind of go through all sides of things, but really, I want to focus on the good. And so, let me open up Rory Linkletter's Strava. He's going to the Ottawa Marathon this. I think the race is this Sunday, or Saturday. Sunday. It must be this Sunday. And so I was curious to see how his taper. So one thing that I want to do better is kind of doing a better taper, and that's something that I've been programming into the Raceblok app. And so I always love getting insights into other runners, elites, non-elites, you know, really anybody. And so let's kind of do a little deep dive with Rory. And so it looks like, was this today? What is this? Today. So 2 days out, he had a 6 mile run. This pace would be my fast pace. Maybe not fast pace, but definitely marathon pace as of like right now. This is like my pace, 7:15. I want to get that down a little bit, but anyway. So for him, this is probably easy pace. So he's doing a little easy 6 mile run. He's on the travel day, he did about a 4 mile, same thing, 7:16 pace. So it must be easy, really easy pace. Yep, another easy pace. This is 9 miles. All right, here's something. He did a sub 7, also easy pace for him. So about a 4 mile run. All right, so here's a workout that he did May 19th. So 3 days earlier than today. So what, 5 days out. He did a 7 by K and a 5 by 400. And so it looks like he's feeling great. I mean, he's saying he's feeling like a nuclear weapon, so that's awesome. I'm a big fan of Rory. I mean, I listen to his podcast um, all the time, and the Out and Back podcast, and he goes on a bunch of podcasts too. So shout out to the Out and Back podcast. Awesome, awesome podcast. So yeah, if he's feeling like a nuclear weapon, it's 7 by K, 5 by 400. So would that be something I would do? That seems like a lot of volume for me. Obviously, he's an elite level, but I like the K reps. I would do, yeah, I would do like 4 or 5K, and then yeah, like 3 to 4, 400 meters. I think the K ones I would do very controlled. I may even do them at marathon pace. I don't think I would do it faster than marathon pace. And then I would do the 400-meter reps. Nothing crazy. I would do them, yeah, like maybe half marathon, maybe 10K, 5 days out. One of the mistakes I did in my last training block was on the workout that I did right before the race. I went a little too hot, so I'm not going to do that mistake again. Because I was feeling pretty good. I was like, all right, let me just kind of see how this goes. And I think there was some residual impact on the day of the race. So anyway, so that's cool. He did that, and then it looks like another easy, nice haircut, Rory, easy, and so yeah. So it looks like he did one workout the week of the race. Pretty lowish mileage for him. Let's see, we could probably go to the top here and see his miles. Yeah, it seems pretty low. So he's doing low mileage, which is obviously what you need on race week and tapers. He did Boston recently, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does with this race. I mean, Boston was what, a month ago or so? I was interested in seeing the elevation, and the elevation seems pretty nice actually. I didn't really know much about the Ottawa Marathon outside of Rory talking about it. I think I watched his YouTube video, I don't know, was it last week? We kind of went through his experience of Ottawa the previous year and how he came in second place. But from a course perspective, it looks pretty cool. I mean, seems relatively flat. It looks like there's some little bumps here and there. So I don't know, those like little rollers. It doesn't seem to be anything crazy. There's some big one here, but I always look at the last 6 miles of a race from a hill perspective. Am I going up or down any of those? And so it looks pretty nice. The last, I don't know, what's this, 5 miles of the race? Got some stuff a little before that, but it looks pretty nice. And then I was looking at the map of Ottawa, the marathon, and it looks pretty interesting. It looks like it covers a lot of Ottawa. I'm not an expert on Ottawa, but it looks like it goes to like the river, which is probably cool little scenery here. Little bridge here. The start and finish line is relatively close, which is nice. I like the out and back type of courses because yeah, you just park at the start line and then you finish at the start line. And so that's always nice to have. So it looks like a pretty nice course. Good luck, Rory. Looking forward to seeing how you do. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's on Sunday. And I think that might be it for this episode. Let me just check my notes here. Yeah, that's really it. Um, I want to kind of talk, I guess, real quick. I guess it's not really it. Like how this show progresses going forward. I'm hoping to do. I'm really hoping to do multiple episodes in a week. So let's say like 2 to 3 episodes a week. Um, and I want to do these solo episodes, but I'm also hoping to get some guests to appear on the show. And so I know some runners who have already agreed to join the show. So that is super cool. And I'm going to continue doing an outreach to get folks. So if there anybody that you're interested in me having on the show, let me know. Obviously, I'm just starting out, so I don't have a big presence out there. And so it'll be interesting to see, like, which folks I get. But, runners are awesome, and I'm sure they will love to join a podcast, albeit a very small podcast, and just kind of talk about their running journey, things of that nature. So if you guys know anybody that want to join, if you want to join, please reach out to me and let me know. I'm going to start scheduling folks after I get back from vacation. So for the next few weeks, I'm thinking actually I may do like a podcast while I'm actually out in Italy and see if I can actually do like a mini podcast. Hopefully there's some cool stuff that happens in the Diamond League that I can talk about, some stuff that happens in the marathon world. Worst case scenario, please join or jump onto raceblok.com and you guys can see or read my blog articles. I'll be posting those for sure while I'm out in Italy about stuff that's happening, whether it's things that are happening out in the elite world, the amateur world, my world. And so that'll be super cool if you guys could do that. And yeah, I'll be working on more improvements to the Raceblok app. And so if you guys are interested, follow along that journey. I won't in these podcasts talk too much about it, just little nuggets here and there of just like what I've been working on. But if you guys are interested in knowing more about the app in these podcasts, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share that with you all. Well, have an awesome day, night. I don't know when you guys will be watching this, so it could be morning, night, on your run. You could be listening to this. This will be on YouTube and on Spotify. I haven't set up Apple, and so this one won't be on Apple just yet, so it'll be on Spotify and YouTube. So thank you. Have an awesome day, awesome night, awesome run, and I will catch you on the next one. Later.